Hey everybody, it's me again, it's your favorite Uncle Robbie. I'm sitting here in Uncle Robbie's Science Corner. Tonight, I'm going to be talking to you guys about great gifts you can get for the upcoming holiday season for your young one who's going to be going to the next Civil War. So hey everyone, I'm just hanging out and I've been watching some videos and doing some research on, this is my gun series. In this video, I'm not going to be talking about guns though. I'm going to be talking about great gift ideas you can get for your child because they're probably going to get sent off to a new Civil War. And if we remember the last Civil War, it was the bloodiest goddamn thing that ever happened in the history of this country. So, without further ado, I'm going to get right to it. These are just little Christmas gift ideas. Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and I forgot in my last video, Festivus. Get your Festivus pull ready because, you know what? These gift ideas are just popping. Alright? So, without further ado, I'm going to start. Gift idea number one. Well, hey, what does every boy need? You know, Boy Scouts, boy soldiers, guys sitting in a trench, eating tuna fish out of a tin can. What does every boy... Pardon me, I think I need an iron lung at this point. What does everybody need? Well, whether he's a Boy Scout, whether he's a Cub Scout, you can get, this is a great gift idea for all kids, and that is a Glock field knife, okay? Check it out. This is the Glock field knife. Comes really nicely packaged. Now I'll show you. Here it is. I quickly unwrapped that, didn't I? And the Glock field knives are really cool, okay? They're made with the same polymers that the Glock pistols are made with. Now this one's in, I guess it's called flat dark earth, dark earth with saw. Okay, this is a great little one because you know every kid needs a good knife when they're out in the field. And what I love about the Glock knives is they're made of this like really indestructible polymer. And the coolest thing about it is it's like it comes with the knife and the sheath. Now if we look at it, the knife actually has a saw blade, okay? Which is good for, it doesn't saw on the backstroke, it saws on front stroke, right? But this thing would be great for sawing through tree branches or maybe if you had to amputate a limb. But it really a nice item you could get for your son, your daughter, any Boy Scout, any young soldier. And it comes with this beautiful Glock sheath. Now I remember these, when I worked in a gun store down in New York City, these things were the coolest of the cool. The blades now are kind of like this painted black. They used to be more of the, I don't know, it was more of like that stuff they put on the new Palmetto State Armory barrels, and not the stainless steel ones, the other one. It was more like a Parkerization. This is more of a painted one. I don't know. This feels kind of like the same finish that comes on like a U.S.-made Glock. Like if you get a Glock 22 and it says Glock USA, this is more the finish you get on that. Not so much the Glock Austrian ones. Although this one says right here, if you can see it, it says Glock. Can we get that? Can we get that? Let's focus. No? Well, anyway, it says right here, it says, made in Austria, Glock 81. And Glock 81, 1981 was the year that Gustav Glock, Gaston, whatever his name was, Mr. Glock, put out his knife. That was really his first patent. And you know, the G17, the Glock 17, was his 17th patent, semi-automatic pistol. The G18, of course, was his fully automatic 9mm pistol, which he made for the, European police, where the police can have machine guns and the civilians can have nothing. But anyway, they could have a Glock knife. I mean, and this is a really nice camp knife. Really beautiful fit and finish. I mean, it's got the Glock logo right there, if you can see that. It's got a Glock logo right there. And it also has the Glock logo right there on the side. And I got to tell you, this thing really is a fine knife. Snaps in, and I'm talking, what retention, I can't pull this thing out no matter how I try. And the other thing is, one disadvantage of this knife and sheath combination is it really takes two hands to get this thing out. I mean, you really can't pull it out. Well, you could if you had some manual dexterity, but it really takes two hands. You really have to pull back on the release and slide it out. And then, when you stick it back in, though, it doesn't go in, but you give that slap against that trademark Glock. Like snap. It's like when you snap the magazine into your G17 or G19. Really great. They come in a lot of different colors. They come in, this is called dark earth. I call it tan. Coyote brown. Comes in tactical gray, which I love. Tactical gray is my favorite color because it matches with my black. Mostly everything like matches with the black more than the tan. Anyway, Glock knives are a great addition to any Boy Scout, Boy Soldier's kit. I know they're going to give them bayonets and stuff, but this is good for opening up like a can of tuna. And it's also got the great Glock retention system. What you do is you get that over your belt, right? Get it over your belt, right? Slide it this way, and then you just slide it right in, and it hangs on your belt. This, you know what? The kid's never going to lose this knife once it's attached to his LBV. Okay? Load-bearing vest, LBE, load-bearing equipment, battle belt, whatever. Really great stuff. So, anyway, guys. Number one on my Christmas list for the upcoming Civil War is a Glock. Glock knives are a great bargain for the Christmas season. I got these for about $25 at Midway USA. I'll leave you a link in the description if you want to send one of these to your little Boy Scout or Boy Soldier or husband or wife or whoever you want. These always make a great Christmas gift item. Anyway, hey, the next thing that's on my list for the new revolution is a great tourniquet and bandage scissor and holder. Now I got this. I got the tourniquet. Now the way the tourniquet works, I'm going to open this one up. I have several of them, so I'm just going to open this up. When you'd be in a combat situation, you wouldn't be like taking out your scissors to do it, but I don't want to rip it open when I teeth like this. But that's how you would do it. What I would do is I would take my cheap disposable bandage scissors, and they came with the tourniquet. I'll leave the link to that in the description. And basically what this is, and this one really is from my friend the prepper nurse, okay? Because she always tells me on her videos, don't spend so much time on gear, but I think this one's kind of important. This is a tourniquet. What you do is you kind of wrap this around your arm, and this could be actually cool if you were, an IV drug user or something like that. You could use this for something, but I don't want to go there right now. It's got a cool little thing. You write the time on it. You keep your Sharpie there, and you write the time that you put the tourniquet on, and you take this thing and then you just twist it around the severed limb. And you know what? These things, they're just gorgeous. Plus, they have this beautiful holster. I'll leave you the link there too for this one. And basically, the tourniquet and the scissors came together. I'll leave you the link to that. I found them on eBay. This I found on eBay. The tourniquet cover is great because what you do is you just hook it to your LBV, LBE, you know, load-bearing vest, load-bearing equipment, you know, pistol belt, wherever you need it. But it's got the big red tab and it says TQ tourniquet. And when I was in the Army, we used to keep our field dressing, you know, up here, or sometimes down. When I got to the 10th Mountain Division, we kept it down on our belt, you know, on the front. So we'd have one pouch here with our compass and one pouch here, because they were the same pouch basically, with our field dressing in it. But now we have like a dedicated one, Molly compatible. I mean, this thing, really great thing to have. I think every kid, if you're going to send your kid off to the next Civil War, definitely should have one of these. If you're a mother or father, the one thing you want to make sure is that your kid's got his tourniquet, you know, and a pair of scissors, you know, on his LB, where if he can't, and you can use this one-handed. I've tried it with the little tourniquet stick, you know, use it one-handed. I mean, it's a great little item. It must have for any parent to give their kid to go to the next Civil War with. Okay, so next thing that we're going to use on Uncle Robbie's Science Corner, and this is also for my friend Prepper Nurse. I'll leave her down in I'll leave a link in the description for her channel so you guys can check her out. Maybe you take one of her classes. This is probably the best individual first aid kit I've ever seen. So I'm going to zoom out right now. Zoom out. Give me a little. All I want to do, zoom in, you boom, boom. Anyway, this is probably the best individual first aid kit that I've ever come across. It was about 40-something bucks. I'll leave the link in the description. Anyway, it's from a company called Touram. I don't know. This thing's really cool, okay? It's basically an individual first aid kit with the you know, removable thing. I have one here. This is the IFAC kit on my individual first aid kit. On my personal LB, notice there's no magazines or anything on it. And basically what this is, once you undo the fast text button, you can just like grab this off the other guy's belt. And there you got it. This is a Condor one. Not quite as big as the new one I got. Of course, this. I have to repack all the supplies into this because it's been sitting there for about 2 or 3 years. Anyway, this is the Condor pouch. It's actually kind of a nicer pouch. It's made with heavier fabric. But this one I got came with a lot more interesting stuff inside of it. So without further ado, I'm going to open it up. Now, what comes in this? Now, okay, it's got the rip away. Okay, got the tear away back. So that would be stuck to your LBV or your belt or the car seat or whatever. So you can just grab your individual first aid kit. It has its own little handle. Really nice to have. And then it comes with all this neat stuff inside of it. I'm going to show you what it comes with, okay? This is a cool first aid kit. And Prepper Nurse always says, don't spend so much money on gear and bullets and stuff like that. And I don't. But first aid supplies, you can never have enough. Medical supplies, antibiotics, even things like a bottle of aspirin is going to make your life in the next Civil War or Doomsday or whatever much better. Now, first thing you see when it comes out, comes with the emergency blanket. And that's basically just a Mylar blanket. This is really good when you got to wrap your patient up. Shock. Okay? That's what you got to do. Then you have some non-adherent sterile pads. These things really are indisposable because, you know, when you're out in the field, you know, you get a cut, whatever. What you want to do is cover it and dress it quickly. You know, next thing is alcohol pads. Okay, this kit, it says it comes with like 37 pieces or whatever it comes with. Most of them in the alcohol pads, but alcohol pads are great. And this gives you a plentiful amount of them. Good for disinfecting stuff. Or if you just got to clean up some skin, get some mud and blood and trench mud and whatever off of it so you can tape up. You know, guy got a small cut, laceration here. You know, whatever. Next thing comes with, I love this. This is the first aid thing of God's invented it. This is basically for doing mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. I'm going to open it right now. What you do is you take this. This is just a quick saver CPR mask. And it says clear airway of all obstructions. You just stuff this into the guy's mouth. And you blow into it. And basically, you know, it just keeps you from getting blood in your mouth. Hopefully, you know, everybody's been tested for all kinds of communicable diseases. Comes with a pretty decent pair of bandage scissors, okay? Gotta say, combat situation, we use our teeth to open it. These are actually really good quality scissors. A lot better quality than what comes with the tourniquet kit. You know, the tourniquet holster with the tourniquet and the... it's just a cheap pair of disposable bandage scissors. These ones seem pretty good. These look like the ones I used to use when I worked in a hospital. The ones I had when I worked in a hospital would cut pennies in half. This is basically an Israeli field dressing. Really, it's vacuum sealed. So as long as this thing's vacuum sealed, it's still pretty good. Probably going to last forever. You would use this. You could use it as sling. You could use it as, you know, packing. I mean, you can use the plastic of this to plug a sucking chest wound. Really cool thing, right? Next we have, whoa, another tourniquet. This one's much higher quality than that. Although the quality on these doesn't really matter because you're not gonna be, you know, hopefully having to use this for more than a couple hours, because if you do, the guy that you put it on is probably going to die. Still the same thing. It's got the time, date stamp on it. You know, you write the time and date that you put all your crap on. And, you know, that's what... You just got to know when you tourniqueted the guy, because, you know, after a certain amount of time, you start losing a limb. But in a battle situation, you know, things happen. Here's a great little bandage, just like a cross between like a cling, but also like an ace bandage. Really nice. This is great stuff. I used to wrap my mother's foot in this type of stuff. Really works nice. Sticks great. This basically a roller bandage, you know. This stuff is cool right here. This is like splinting material. So if like some guy's got a broken arm, you take this, you roll it down one side, cut it, roll it the other side, wrap it with that tape, and you got pretty much a splint. It's going to immobilize that wound. Really neat stuff. And then you've got the IFAC bag itself that, you know, I mean, it's got the rip away Velcro, so you undo the Fastex buckle, you rip this away, you hand it to your medic and say, run down the goddamn battlefield and take care of that man. So really, really, really good kit. What I would recommend adding to it is my next gift ideas. So just hold on a second. I gotta grab another beer, and I'll be right back. Okay, my next gift idea is, this is always good stuff. It's a little bit expensive. It's a small packet. You can get it on Amazon. I'll leave a link to this also. It's called High Fin Vent Chest Seal Twin Pack for entry and exit wound, which is basically, remember I said you could use the plastic from your field dressing to like seal up your sucking chest wound? Well, this has been designed especially for that. Okay? Sorry. This has been designed especially for that. And this is going to go into that IFAC kit that I just had. Really good stuff. A little bit expensive. I think it's like $16 for this package of it. But it really is a must-have. And $16 when it's your child's life at stake. You know, I don't think it's too much of an expense. You know, when your child's got a sucking chest wound, you know, when a bolt's gone through here and it's gone straight through, but it's gone through the lung, what you do is you wait till he inhales and exhales and you plug it. Or one of his combat friends would do it. I probably won't be there when my son does it. Maybe I will. I don't know when it happens. Maybe my son will be patching a sucking chest wound in my chest. I don't know. Anyway, that's that for the next Civil War. Next gift idea. Okay, this next item is great stuff. It's called Quick Clot. It's advanced clotting gauze. Stuff is really freaking indispensable. Okay, on my old OkCupid profile, under the title of things that I'm really good at, it's like stopping the bleeding long enough to get to the emergency room. This stuff is indispensable. Now, mind you, I don't care if you're in a war or you're going out to cut firewood. You need this in your personal, first aid kit, your IFAC, individual first aid kit. Okay, I've been to places where we were cutting firewood, just weekend firewood cutters, saw kickback, went up into the guy's freaking leg. I'm sitting there trying to put pressure onto his freaking femoral artery, keep him from bleeding to death. I had one of my dad's friends hit himself in the knee. This would have been indispensable. We didn't have it. We ended up using a piece of T-shirt just to plug, put pressure on the cut, on the wound. This stuff is clotting gauze. The directions for using, it's like open package, place gauze on wound, and then wrap it up. You could wrap it up with this type of bandage. And that probably will slow down, won't stop it, but probably will slow down the bleeding long enough to get to the emergency room. Or if, like, you're in the Civil War situation, you won't put this in your child's individual first aid kit. Freaking probably will work long enough to get him to an aid station or to at least a competent medic. I'm a nurse. I'm an LPN, and my friend Patriot Nurse, she always says, don't stress too much on gear. Make sure you have medical supplies. I got tons of guns, tons of ammo, tons of bullets. But you know what? This is the most important thing that I'm going to probably give to my kid, because if it helps him to slow down his bleeding, he won't bleed to death as quickly, because I love my son more than anything. Okay, guys, last item, and because this video can only go for so long, but if I had to have something that I was going to stick in an IFAC kit, it would be one of these little snap lights, these little safety things, because you never know what's going to happen. Is your flashlight battery going to be dead? I mean, what do you have? This all goes in your IFAC kit. Okay, and this way you have a little bit of light so you can see what the hell you're doing in the dark. And really, really good idea to have something that can give you at least a little bit of light. These things are they're not a 800 lumen spotlight, but they'll give you enough light where you can read a map or, look into, some guy's scrotum who's just had his nuts blown off by a landmine, whatever. These things are really cool. Anyway, guys, on that note, sorry to be so morbid on this holiday season, but I'd like to thank my friend the Prepper Nurse for inspiring me to do this video. And I'd like to thank everyone, all my followers and subscribers. I'd like to thank my friend Jose from Base Jobs from Beginners. For saying, hey man, I love the 2A. Hey, and he's also a MAGA guy. You know what? While I wouldn't hit him in the head with a freaking baseball bat for wearing his MAGA hat, I still love you, Joe. Jose, you're a great guy, and you really inspired me to do these videos. Everybody down there, down south, I love yous. And Jose, really, you know what? If I had to have one dude from New York City on my side, it would be you. Anyway, love yous all, and keep on rocking the free world. Happy Festivus. Festivus. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey babies, it's me again. We're back here on Uncle Rob. Fucking stop. Take 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey babies, it's me again, and tonight we're going to talk about some great new Christmas gift ideas for your age-appropriate children who are going to go fight in the new Civil War. Right here on Uncle Robbie's Science Corner. Well, hey guys. Oh God, let me fix my camera. Well, hey guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, hey guys, it's me again. Guys, girls, mostly girls, because a lot of my videos are going to be aimed at guys and girls, but mostly I'm going to be attributing my content to girls who've inspired me. You know, in my last video, I did, you know, Christian Joy Worse. Take 2. Clap. Wow. Yeah, I've been drinking too many Stella Artois, man. Anyway.